Hey everyone, I'm Max Michaels, co-producer of HCCon, and this is The Legend of Traveling TARDIS.
Greetings, fellow Whovians. Welcome to another edition of The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, and we have a special episode today. I know every episode, I say that every episode that we have a special episode every day, but I meant, it's a special episode, so there you go. We have a special episode today. We're going to have We're going to have Max Michaels. Sorry, I just got off work. We're going to have Max Michaels from Ancient City Con. If you're not familiar with that convention, we're going to talk more about it, and we're going to catch you out there, and you'll probably see Daleks. There's a good chance you'll see Daleks out there. I just want to give you a word just in case for our friends on Facebook. I'm just reading this from the following. If you're watching this on Facebook, I'm sorry, it's pre-recorded. And not a fault. It happens, it happens to be in StreamYard. So again, as you can see scrolling from the bottom, if you're watching us on Facebook and you want to catch us live, make sure, there it comes. There it is, youtube.com/The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. I'm just reading this from the information that we got online. Yes, there's a significant issue affecting StreamYard and Facebook, as Facebook removed support for third-party apps in Facebook groups on April 22nd. So there seems to be an issue. We're just keeping an eye on that. We're not exactly sure why Facebook is having these issues, but today, if you're watching this, it will not be on the Facebook page. We're going to keep an eye on that. Definitely, if you want to see Sophie Aldred live, make sure that you are subscribing here on the YouTube channel. Again, that's scrolling right down at the bottom there, youtube.com/The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, and I'll get you the numbers of subscribers because I know we've grown, but I forgot to get that before we started. And we're going to get to your chats. So right away, let me go ahead and introduce our guest today. This is Max Michaels. I'm sorry, Max. That's good. That's how the show is going to be. There it is. Yeah, this is about having Facebook issues. So Facebook, whatever. How you doing there, Max?
I'm doing all right. You know, in the chaos of getting ready for this show, and it's a lot. It's so much fun.
It is. It is big, huge, and beautiful. And again, the Daleks of Florida will be out there, guys. You only got 3 days left. It's starting this Friday. What is it, the 12th? Yes, Friday the 12th, and then runs up until Sunday the 14th over at the World Golf Village Renaissance Resort in St. Augustine, Florida. Again, it's September the 12th to the 14th. Get your tickets now, ancientcity.com. I got that wrong again. See, I've been presenting this for the last month, and I can't say it. It is such a tongue twister. Here we go. There we are. Get your tickets and info at ancientcitycon.com. Again, this is going to be running over at the World Golf Village Resort. It's beautiful location, beautiful. And the one thing that I love about it, it's right next to Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's is just right outside. It's a bit of a drive, but there's a Buc-ee's and there's a Murray Brothers Caddy Shack. It's right next door to it, so you got to check it out. Walking distance, yeah, they're just right next to each other. And speaking of which, Max, we're going to go ahead and start off with the Who Knew News, and we're going to bring on Gadget. So everybody stand by for Gadget. Here we go.
Okay.
You better do the hoodoo news before you drop out again.
We don't know what the heck. Facebook, why are you doing this to us?
It's on Facebook. This is on StreamYard side now.
That's
I don't know
saying.
what's going on.
Did the glitch happen when they got rid of Facebook and everything? Because it's all the browser things and stuff. But let's do this quick because it's very simple. We'll start with maybe the toss-up birthdays, or you just want to mention about Strictly Dance, whatever that show is.
It's totally your prerogative. I got the pictures ready, but if you want to start with Strictly, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll do that. With Alex Kingston, it's 11 days until she's on Strictly Come Dancing. She's been promoting it like crazy on her Instagram page, and I'm trying to confirm some other changes that are going on because they basically 5 hours ago on one magazine, internet, or how do we put it, social media, I don't know, news, if you want to call it news. There's major changes coming to the outdated Strictly Dancing rule for 2025 season. So I don't know if she used some of her time traveling or vortex manipulator on this and she won already and not telling us and stuff. But yeah, they have to change a rule for her and everything and stuff, or for her fellow dancers. But I'm going to confirm what it is later on next week's show. But right now, let's get to some happiness. We have today of all days. It's the 999s, if you're into astrology or anything. But Janet Felding has a very special birthday, 72 years young today. And she's going strong and does not age. And the last time I think we saw was in The Power of the Doctor, right? With also our can I say it? And everything, who our special guest, Sophie, out. I cannot do her last name. Sophie will be either next week or in the time coming and everything. Next week. Yeah. So that's a nice tie-in to what's going to be happening next week on the Legend of Traveling TARDIS. And none of them age. And everything. And our next birthday would be Michael Berryman. He turns 77 on September 4th. And many of you know him from multiple film roles, especially The X-Files, Star Trek. And he doesn't even age either. He's looking pretty good for his age.
He looks the same as he did a long time ago. Max, do you remember a movie that Michael Berryman was in, a favorite movie that you have from the 80s or such?
Is it Weird Science?
Yes, it is Weird Science. He's one of the...
Everybody loves that, yeah.
One of the bikers.
He's my go-to as there on Weird Science, but he's been in like Star Trek. I mean, he's been in a ton
Hills Have Eyes.
Hills Have Eyes, which still kind of woo.
Oh yeah,
that's the movie. That
he's versatile. He can do anything. Because I love when he goes full mean in Weird Science, and he's like, "Sorry."
Yep.
Like, we're sorry, and everything. And then our fellow spaceballer, Michael Winslow. He is turned on the 6th, 67 years old. And most of you know him from Police Academy, but I remember him from Spaceballs with the creeps, the bleeps, and the what was it, the squeaks?
Yeah, you got it right. The bleeps, the squeaks, and the creeps.
It's my favorite movie. Mel Brooks did us proud.
Max, he lives in Winter Garden, Florida. He's a neighbor here. So,
oh yeah.
Oh, I hope he comes to Ancient City then.
One day, perhaps. Yeah, we'd love to have him.
Maybe he'll surprise you guys as a guest. Who knows? And everything. And then our next birthday is I gotta make sure to say it, Kai Owen, and he's all over the place. He's been in Torchwood, Rocket Man, Wolf, The Syndicate. He is a Welsh actor that basically is ruling the screens, and everyone's loving him for it. He's even shown some little baby pictures for his birthday because he turned 50 years old on the 4th, and I'm still younger.
I haven't seen him in anything after Torchwood. I have not seen him in a thing.
Nah, but they said he's going strong. I think he's working on something right now. I can even check. Let's see, Wikipedia. He was supposed to be working on something. The last thing he did was Mr. Bates versus the Post Office. Retail Manager, first episode. After that, it's the only thing he's done. And that was in 2024. But he turns 50 years old. Doesn't even look it. But this birthday hits home for me and is very sad. But all of you know this wonderful person, JDF, Jason David Frank. He would have been 52 years old on the 4th as well. And it was a sad day. Nobody wanted to tell me when I was at Anime NYC when he had passed. All I know is Johnny, Bryce, and everybody had closed down their booths for the voice actors. And most of them had left. They everyone just kept me like in the dark, and then we didn't have any Wi-Fi, so I couldn't see the posts very well with the news, so everyone was confused at the conventions. But it is sad that JDF is gone. He was a good person, made a lot of kids believe in themselves, and just a very good person that is well missed.
Max, when we heard about his passing, it was one of like, are you kidding me? Did that really happen? I'm just like, how did he, and what happened? And of course, let people know that if any time that you feel down and out to the point where there is help, please get help out there. If it's just a friend, a family, a neighbor, something, please talk to somebody.
And the sad thing was, we noticed it. A lot of the fans did notice, and we were telling his agents and everything. He's not like, towards like a few times, he wasn't the same. Like, we thought maybe after his brother had passed, that was the problem. We thought a lot of things had been just, how some people don't talk about things, but we all saw it, and we just were like, please just hang in there, and to hear this, because he even would tease me at like conventions. He never wanted a picture. He just wanted a friend, he wanted to be somebody's friend.
I only saw him once when I got him to take this picture, and I don't think he knew anything about Doctor Who, but he was happy to take the picture. He's just like fist up and everything, and it's just like, and to hear that he passed, I mean, I know that it's like somebody in my mind, it's like
the big brother,
the big brother, and it's just like, no, this can't be right. It's not happening, and then we got one less Power Ranger again in the world, and it's like that. So rest in peace, Jason, and everybody. Happy birthday. And a lot of birthdays, especially on the one day. I think that was on the 6th, right?
His was the 4th. Everybody was mostly the 4th, the 9th. It was like, September is a very big month for things. It is also I don't know if they're going to allow say, because we're not that far into it, but prevention awareness for what had happened to Jason and everything. So like we all say, guys, if you need to talk to somebody, please talk to somebody. We don't want to see any more of you end up like that, especially like September's a bad month for me too, because I lost a friend to that as well. So his anniversary of that is coming up in a couple of weeks as well. And it hurts, because all you had to do was just say, I needed help. I mean, how many times am I screaming for help on Facebook for everybody and stuff? And I annoy people, but be the annoying friend. Be that friend that just keeps saying,
the annoying friend.
I would rather have an annoying friend than have to be there saying, I'm going to dig you up and smack you, because you literally could have gotten help. Because people who keep turning away from people who are too annoying, maybe that one friend that said, oh, you're not that annoying to me today, you could have saved something.
Yeah. You don't have to be annoying. Just send me a text.
It's like, don't ever do that, because that is the one thing that will hurt me. If I'm your friend and you're having a hard time, knock on my door. I'm going through hell right now too, so I know what it's like. Knock on my door. We can all vent and have ice cream and chips and everything.
I know. And there's one other piece in the news. Did you have any further news? Because I got one more thing I want to show.
Tell me what your news, because the only thing I'm going to let everybody know is there's still not an update yet for Land and Sea, only the one we got. So guys, take everybody's with a grain of salt, because everyone is just trying to figure out where it's going to be in 2026, if it is January, if it is February, because they keep switching now the months. So bear with us. There will be something on Disney Plus, as well as many other things, because right now there was a very big meeting, and that's all I can say.
Gotcha. Well, actually, the big news was that yesterday, if you're watching this live on the 9th of September, yesterday was Star Trek Day. And for those of you who may not be familiar with the series or what is Star Trek Day is the day back, I believe, Max, tell me if I'm wrong, 1966. September the 8th is the day that the original series premiered, and the lovely Nichelle Nichols out there, this is her final picture with the Traveling TARDIS, and God, I was so honored to see her. I've seen her twice. She was over at Florida SuperCon, and this picture came up. I'm totally guessing. I think it was MegaCon. that they had those guys who travel around with the original Star Trek booth out there,
Yep.
and she was out there getting pictures with it in the booth, and I held her the TARDIS, and she goes, "Oh, I remember this." I'm like, "Oh my God, you're gonna make me cry." And this is unfortunately the last picture that we would get with her with the TARDIS, but I just love those two together, and she's just smiling at it. It was beautiful. So happy Star Trek Day to our other geeks out there in Star Trek world. Even though it's the day after, I'm sure everybody deserves to live long and prosper. What else we got in the news, Gadget?
Not much. Like I said, everything is all up to date. Doctor Who is still on hiatus, still whatever. Like I said, we hope that something breaks soon, but all our stars from Doctor Who are doing very well and stuff. So
I truly thought that they had a date for the war between the land and the sea, don't they?
They said January of 2026.
Oh, so it is next year.
It is next year, but they keep changing the month. Now they're saying February, and now they're saying March. It's because they're doing so many new things on Disney Plus that it's trying to get its own slot. And now with the Hulu buyout and everything, it's just one meeting that went sideways. Let's just put it that way.
Do you think they're trying to push it out there to try to get what do they call it?
Ratings or word
attention? Because
there's been nothing. There's been nothing about it, and that's what the part is.
Yeah, I should try to get some. I'm trying to find the right word, Max, and I
can't.
Nothing. Well, no, I think it's because they're debatably where Doctor Who landed.
Yeah,
in Disney Plus, and now where it's at, and the WHOniverse is kind of split up all up, and people
you have contract negotiations. You have all the other stuff. Like, is the contract? Did this take over the contract that is supposed to be finished out? Is basically what it is.
Gotcha. Max, did you see Disney Plus Doctor Who? Did you see those 2 seasons?
I haven't yet.
Okay. Because I know people were split on Disney Plus Who, and the writing was just completely bonkers. And
I still say he's going to wake up and it was all a dream.
That's what everybody wants.
It's going to be a Newhart. It's going to be a Dallas. It's going to be whatever. It's going to be he wakes up and it was a dream. It was the trickster or somebody. Well, the tricksters are buried in the ocean.
It's going to be Peter Capaldi with one of those dream crabs on from last Christmas, and he's going to go.
Oh, that would be the best.
That would be hysterical.
Somebody, writers, hello, listen. Give us credit for it and give us the.
No, just do it. I don't even want credit. Just do it.
Yeah, he wakes up. He's like, "What the hell is this thing?" Toss it. Even if it's a joke episode, even if it's just to keep us calm, do a joke episode, or somebody do a spoof episode of it.
Roger says, I celebrate my birthday with actors Sam Neill and Walter Koenig this Sunday. Oh, well, happy birthday, Raj. Happy birthday. And I think there was another birthday that popped in there. Let me check.
Yeah.
Oh, he's turning 55 this Sunday, but age is just a number.
It is. Yeah.
Well, so is my Social Security, but it doesn't get me. So. Anyway, let's go ahead. And do you have any more Who New news?
No, we're good. We only had birthdays and that one thing about Alex Kingston, and then the update that we're still waiting. Just be the man with the fishing pole waiting for that fish to bite, because that's what I'm basically seeing land and sea as. It's just the fisherman waiting for the fish to bite.
I think they're trying to get interest, but the further and further away, the further it gets away from Doctor Who Prime, meaning that when it premiered in Disney Plus, I get the feeling that it's not there, and people are so around because I see a bunch of my friends are going like, "It's still on Disney Plus. It's doing fine. It's it's going to be okay." It's just like. You're not convincing me anything right now. It just
the sad thing, it's not on HBO anymore. You can find it somewhat on, I think, Tubi or Pluto TV, but that's even getting slim to try to find any of the episodes.
I know, right? It's just like...
Unless you have the DVDs or the VHS or Laserdisc or anything, you ain't going to find it, because it seems digital wants to just make things disappear.
Always get the hard copies. Anyway, let's go ahead and put to rest this week's episode of the Who Knew News. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, StreamYard. You're just being friendly all today.
Yeah, knocking me out and everything else.
Yeah, always get timescales.
Hard copies.
Always get the physical media. It always pans out there.
I just hate the fact that, like I said, what Ubisoft was doing, if you had the physical media, they were trying to get you to destroy that physical media because it wasn't on their site anymore. And I'm like, nope, I paid for it. I'm keeping it.
Have you ever heard of that, Max? People coming in with just like destroy your physical media? Hell no. I will go on and buy 10 DVD players before I destroy my physical media. And that's
I just got a new CD player to play my CDs.
Destroy your car. It's almost like when they try to upgrade it, it's just like, okay, we're going to get you a new car. However, we're taking out the power steering for better tires. I'm like, no. Why would you? Why?
Same thing like conventions, you know, some conventions get either better when they upgrade or they get, you know, but I think this one's gotten way better.
Speaking of better conventions, let's go ahead and talk to our guest, Max.
Yeah.
Max, we have two choices right now. I know we're coming up to the half hour. We can go ahead to commercial break, and then we can spend as much time with you. If you've got some little teaser thing before we go to the commercial break that you want to bring up, please go ahead and put it right now.
Well, I'd say one of the little teaser things, we just posted the schedule, the full schedule yesterday with the panels and events and stuff like that. So everyone could go check out on the website, ancientcitycon.com right now, and go check out the brand new schedule. And then we'll talk about the rest of it on the other side.
I'll tell you what, let me see. We got it right here. Got ancientcitycon.com. Don, God. Why did you put that?
Hey guys, start drinking.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead, drink. Ancient City Con. Don't start a drinking game. They'll be blasted at the end of the episode. AncientCityCon.com if you want to get your tickets right now. So again, September 12th through the 14th at the World Golf Village Renaissance Resort. I think there's still room there if you want to stay on the premises, which is cool because
there may be some rooms available. Yeah. We're sold out of our Ultra VIP packages, but everything else is organic bookings are still open.
And you get a discounted rate if you go through the website.
Yep.
You get a discounted rate over at the Renaissance Resort. So, you know what? Let me go ahead. We'll go ahead and take a commercial break. When we return, we're going to be talking to Max and Max Michaels of Ancient City Con and what's going to be happening this year. And we'll be going through some retrospect of classic pictures. And then I'll have my vocabulary back. And we'll be go. Okay, fine. Commercial break. Here we go.
I'm author Mark Muncy.
And I'm author Erica Lance.
And this is Eerie Travels.
Greetings, travelers. Join us as we travel through folklore, myths, monsters, legends, and dark history.
Now, we'll be your guide to the spooky side of reality as we discuss cryptids, paranormal, and all things preternatural.
Sometimes we find the truth is way scarier than fiction.
We're on twice a week on your favorite podcast platforms, including iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, and YouTube.
We have amazing guests from all of the areas of the strange and unusual, including witnesses, investigators, and more.
Yeah, with Erica's curiosity and ridiculous array of pop culture and true crime knowledge.
And Mark's decades of experience diving into folklore and the legends with the truth that's behind them.
Yeah, so join us, travelers, as we take you to the edge of reality, and we'll see you on the other side.
Rogue One. This is the movie that comes butts directly up against Star Wars: A New Hope. They run right into each other. And right out of Andor, we'll just get that out of the way. We know that. We're gonna try to keep the Rogue One, but we know we're gonna talk Andor.
I didn't listen to that voicemail. I'll tear open that letter you sent. Don't you tell your friends I want you back. I gotta leave you now and unread, because you've already said those words that switch my heart to dead from loving you. So you'll stay ghosted and I'll stay focused on sewing clothes. The spell stays unspoken, a dark silhouette of a marked man and broken. Write down, I didn't listen to that voicemail or TikTok that story you sent. Don't you reel me in to get me back. I'm gonna leave you now.
Are you serious, Gadget? The commercials are kicking
It's
you
the commercials. That's the
No,
scary part. I wonder with the algorithm.
Are you serious? So every time
Every
I get a
commercial, I
commercial,
kept getting knocked out, except for the one with Dave. So what did Dave do differently on his?
he recorded his own music, I guess. So I don't know.
It's every time they do a change. Look at this. They won't let third parties on. Do they think my thing is a third party?
So everybody, welcome to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil. We have a special interview with Max Michaels over at Ancient City Con. We're going to be talking about what's going to be going on this weekend, and we're going to have some special guests. You better know them because they exterminate so well. I know some of you have been sending me messages, and I think I saw a message from Dan in there. Just keep writing to Billy again. kitchenkillers@gmail.com. And make sure you put the word TARDIS somewhere in the subject line to get 10% off. I know Billy has been having distribution issues, so apologies. Just keep it on top.
Everybody's been having problems.
Yeah, it was, but he was looking for a distributor because it was like, well, the to send out the barbecue sauce, it was more expensive for the shipping than it was to buy. So one of the good things I wanted to point out is Max was kind enough to let us, and we will be selling Kitchen Killers barbecue sauce at our table over there, $14 a bottle. Or if you can't make it, of course, you can write to kitchenkillers@gmail.com. Again, make sure you have TARDIS somewhere in the either in the subject line or something, so you can get 10% off your purchase. Also, we are celebrating the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS Days to Halloween. It was originally called the 31 Days of Halloween, but we're changing because we started in September. But we've already started with pictures from Halloween Horror Nights. And of course, we got some really cool pictures of the TARDIS in action from places like Spirit Halloween. Max, I know Halloween is in your purview, isn't it?
Yes, I'm.
This one's
I'm an elder goth. It definitely is up my alley. So.
This one is definitely my favorite. I mean, I was playing with the filter and it just ended up looking like this. So my God, could you imagine that crossover?
I don't know who'd win.
That'd be great.
We always had that when it's like, who would win against so and so? We might be doing that for October. We don't know.
That'd be awesome.
And also, we were going to be reviewing Vampire Weekend. I believe it's the first episode of Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor in Big Finish audio. We're doing that especially for the holiday, for Halloween and the holidays coming up. So again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. My name is Christian Basil. That gentleman right there beneath me is Max Michaels. He is the, I guess we could say, the co-owner,
co-producer, creative director, whatever you want to, whatever hat fits.
Whatever hat fits. So let's go ahead and get it started. Max, tell us a little bit about yourself and what people are going to be expecting this weekend in St. Augustine.
Well, I'm a Jacksonville original, born and raised. I've been in the area my entire life, going to shows, promoting shows, creating events, attending events, and trying to exemplify all things nerdy. I publish Movement Magazine, which also publishes the Jack's Nerd Zine, which is a guide for all things nerdy in Jacksonville, and also the Concentric Zine, which is a zine for Florida and Georgia that lists all of the conventions that we can find that we go to, and we spread those out around everywhere we can find a place to put them to help let people know where to go and what to go check out. And I produce my own shows, including all of the Hall of Heroes events, which also includes Ancient City Con, which is the longest running pop culture event in Northeast Florida. Gotcha. This is the show's 17th year.
Wow, jeez. Wow. Sorry, YouTube. I don't want to lose you two in the middle of this. So gravy. So Max, why St. Augustine of all places? I know it's the oldest city in the nation.
Well, the original the Ancient City Cons only had two owners, us and the previous owner that we purchased it from after the 10th year. And before that, I have been a attendee, a vendor, a sponsor, whatever you want to call it. I've been involved with the show in some capacity, covering it for my magazine or one thing since almost its beginning. And it was quite beloved, and people did like it. The owner just kind of burned out on it at the time, and we ended up picking it up and taking it back to St. Augustine. He originally started it the first year in St. Augustine, but that far back in history, people didn't tend to travel as much for these kind of shows. They sort of just went to the show closest to them. So people weren't traveling from St. Augustine or traveling from Jacksonville to go to St. Augustine at the time. So he moved the show into Jacksonville, and it was in downtown Jacksonville until its 10th year. And then we bought it and took it to the World Golf Village, properly putting the Ancient City Con back in the Ancient City. And we've been doing that. This is our 7th year doing that.
That is absolutely sweet. Now, just to go over some of the talent that's going to be premiering over there, let me go ahead and start it off with the lovely
Doug Jones. Doug Jones. Come for the signatures, stay for the hugs.
I want to see if he stretches like Stretch Armstrong. So
he'll wrap the arms around you, man. He's a great hugger.
So tell me, what is it that how do you select the guests that are going to be at Ancient City?
Well, personally, I mean, I try to craft it as a show I would want to go to. Like, I look at a lot of shows and I'm like, man, those guests are kind of okay. Like, I would, I'd probably go more for the vendors than I would for the guests at some shows. But then I really want to, when I do a show, it's sort of a, wish list of things I like, of guests I like, IPs that I like, so that, and I think hopefully that will, other people will be attracted to that as well. And Doug Jones has been in so many things.
Yes.
I'm not sure that, you could just throw a stone and hit somebody that likes something he's done, whether it's Pan's Labyrinth or, Fantastic Four or Hellboy or Hocus Pocus or Star Trek or, just the Mac Tonight. He's
and I always
actor.
Yeah.
Well, I always call it the Hugh Laurie effect. It's just like you watched Hugh Laurie and you haven't known it. Somewhere along the way, everybody. I remember when I was people were getting into House. That was the big thing, and everybody's going like, "Oh my God, he's a great actor," and I love his accent. And like, you don't remember the time that I listened to Hugh Laurie when he was doing Blackadder. I was like, "Oh,
I was about to say, I know Blackadder."
Yeah, I just like now he's had that accent on House, and then I hear him go back. I'm just like, "Oh my God, it's So
watching Blackadder, it's like a series of seeing all those actors on there have gone on to do very iconic things, and that most people know them for, but still no one knows Blackadder. So
got it there. And what else have we got?
But also Terry Farrell is coming from Star Trek. She was Dax in Deep Space Nine, which for me is one of the best Star Trek series.
I was her for one Halloween.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was such a great and really pivotal character in that series, and that series alone was just so good. The writing on it was the story arc from episode 1 to the very last episode was cohesive, I think, and I really appreciate that.
I got to confess, it had to grow on me. Deep Space Nine did. It was like
I always tell people. I tell people clearly, I'm like, the first 2 seasons are a slog to get through. Like, you're gonna not like it. But as soon as the end of season 2 happens, when they introduce the Jem'Hadar and the Dominion, boom, it takes off from there. Something clicks with all the writers and the actors. Everything clicks right there. And from that point on, it's good. But you do need the first 2 seasons because it's a complicated, like, political setup and all of that. So,
well, story developing and all that. And one of the things I don't know why it upset me, what the scene with him and Picard, and him, basically dissing on Picard because of what he did, and it was like, well, he couldn't help it, dude.
Yeah, well,
they made amends. Spoiler alert: they made amends after that, but I just like, it took a while.
And my favorite was the Tribble episode.
I still love the episode where they went back in time on the actual original Enterprise.
Oh yeah,
That's so
That's
cool.
the triple episode. That's like the best one.
Yeah. It really
So-
is. It's for as a standalone episode. It's really, really good.
So I've gotten some classic pictures from last year. If you want to tell a little bit of stories about them, and they are in no particular order, but I just want to go over, and I think some of them are going to be repeat offenders. One of which I know she's not coming, but Robin.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
one of our Star Trek guests, as we always love Star Trek guests.
yeah, and I actually went to her table, and what kind of threw me off was that she hinted about what would eventually be that one scene that they filmed, that short with William with Kirk's passing, when he goes into the afterlife. She goes, "I'm working on a project with Star Trek, but I can't tell you what it is." I'm like, so why did you even tell me? What was the point of that? But I love the fact that she came back, and when I saw that, I forgot. If anybody knows the name of that short, please let me know. I forgot what it was, but I don't know if you saw this short. It's like 15 minutes long. It's beautiful, and it's the proper send off of Kirk and Spock.
I haven't seen it yet. I gotta check it out.
Somebody, if you got the link out there, please put it in there so I can send it to Max. I'm going to say, I'm a grown guy. Things don't make me cry as much. You better have a box of tissues when you saw that episode. It's just 15 minutes long, and she's in it, and she actually plays Saavik.
That's awesome.
She plays Saavik for a very short time. It's like, wow, good grief. It's like, I don't know of anybody who's a Star Trekkie who hasn't seen that and has not cried. I believe we're going to be getting this gentleman back. Am I right?
He is not going to be there this year. But his significant other is coming as a cosplay.
She will be, yeah. Remedy.
She is coming as a performer and as a cosplay guest, and she'll be in the cosplay Star Signing area for the weekend, and she's performing on Friday night at the after parties.
Now, you
Jason
talked a lot.
Unfortunately couldn't make it this year. We did ask him, and he has some schedule conflicts that couldn't get out of. So hopefully next year we'll have him back again.
Now, you talked a lot about him last year, but I wanted you to talk about him this year and kind of big impact that he's going to be having in Ancient City this year.
As always, Aurelio Voltaire, yeah, he's a regular. I have booked him either at my goth night or at my cons. I think exclusively in Jacksonville for the last 15 years or more, probably more than that. But yeah, he always draws a great crowd, and he's on his Monsters Holiday Tour, and he's got a whole bunch of new stuff in the works. As always, he's got a couple. I think he's got a new album out. He's got some new projects going, a new film that he's involved in, a couple of them. So he's going to be talking about that hopefully at the show at some point.
And we got my good friend the heiress coming back over here. It's Athena Finger.
Oh yeah.
Granddaughter of Bill Finger, the creator of Batman. I'm glad she's come back. I just love the repeat offenders. I love,
she's now a local. She's one of the local folks.
Yes,
she lives in St. Augustine now. She moved right down the road, so
And she's in St. Augustine. I thought
we support our locals.
Moved.
Yeah, she moved.
We have a number of our guests actually this year are either from Jacksonville or St. Augustine in the area. So.
Well, I know she moved.
A couple of them. So.
I knew she moved in Florida, but I didn't know she moved over there.
Yep, she moved right into our backyard, so it's a much easier trip for her this time.
Speaking of backyard, because I have no segue on this one, this lovely lady's coming back. She was back last, and I love the fact that she. I'll show a picture, a video of Dalek Hal. She actually got to pilot it. I don't know why. Like I said, the pictures that StreamYard allows is limited. So unfortunately, I couldn't put them all up there, but I did have her picture. Tell us about this lovely lady who's going to be there.
Johanna Moresco. She's the violin player for the internationally known goth band Crew Shadows, whose lead singer Rogue will also be DJing the after party on Saturday night. And she has her own makeup line. She also does hosts the vampire balls that happen across the country. And she is, and of course, she plays for Crew Shadows. We all just got back from Dragon Con where they had a huge show. But she'll be coming and selling her new makeup lines that she just got in and hanging out and meeting and greeting with people.
You said vampire balls. Anyway. And what I thought was interesting, it was she was hosting one of the performances, and in the back I was like, what's all this? And she had like this sprawled out makeup gallery. Yes,
Yeah.
you're going to be getting these phraseologies the entire night because I am tired. I'm getting ready for this convention. I am so excited.
That's why I'm monitoring the channel. I'm
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Exactly. Somebody needs a.
Yeah, I'm looking at the channel like, okay, what did we say this time?
Yeah, I just need to give a reason why YouTube wants to kick me off anytime. And I believe these lovely ladies will be returning as well.
Yeah, the Ancient City Sirens. They are a local group from St. Augustine, based locally here, and they'll be they've been performing every year and hanging out. They have a big like a prop pirate ship they're going to be bringing to put outside. So look for their setup outside, and also check them out inside. They'll be camped up, I think, with the pirate group. So.
Awesome.
And they'll be performing opening for Voltaire on Saturday night.
One of the things I love about Ancient City Con, and I love conventions that does this, especially like our friends Jake with Space Coast Comic Con, is when they bring in the community, because they know when the community comes in, it's a big support that the community will return in kindness. And I love to see all the local talent, like you said, sponsor the local talent out here in Central. Well, you're not Central Florida. You're what area of Florida is St. Augustine considered?
We're Northeast Florida. We're basically
Northeast Florida.
Yeah, and St. Augustine is just below Jacksonville. Like the World Golf Village is actually right on the edge of Duval County and St. Johns County. Like right after we basically leave Jacksonville, you cross over the line for Duval County, and you'll hit one of the first things you'll hit is the World Golf Village.
Now, here's one thing: we're going to be returning back with Dalek Hal. Again, for those of you joining us, ancientcitycon.com. This is going to be taking place at the World Golf Renaissance Village on the 12th to the 14th. Go ahead and get your tickets now because it's this weekend. And can't wait any further out there. Dalek Hal out there. What was your thought process when you first saw a Dalek at Ancient City for the first time?
Well, I was happy because I do love Doctor Who so much, and we've been heavily, either Star Wars or Star Trek, and I thought we were very much lacking in the WHOverse, and it was great to have that out there. And I know Johanna was beyond thrilled to actually get to pilot it briefly.
Oh my God, she took pictures. She was geeking out, and it's just like, and she actually
still
mentioned
talks about it to this day. So
oh really?
Oh yeah.
I just remember she was on stage. I got the pilot at Dalek.
Yep, beyond happy. Yeah, between that and Mona being there, she was thrilled. So.
Gotcha. You don't understand. When I turned around, she was there with Marvin, and she goes, "I want to go inside it," and it was just like,
wait, she wasn't doing the remote; she was inside it.
She was inside it, yeah.
Oh, that's even better.
You got to sit down into it, and it's just like, if you know anything about a Dalek, to let somebody inside of it, it's like letting somebody into your Porsche that you don't let anybody in.
Right.
It's just like she sat down and she moved it about and just like, oh my God. It's like, well, it's an electric wheelchair. Now I'm going to let people know. I'm going to let people know because joining Dalek Hal will be the Builders of Florida themselves, the Dalek Builders of Florida. And if you want to check it out. And for any of you who are interested in building your own Dalek, these are the guys to talk to. I don't know if they're going to have the TARDIS out there. Did they mention that they were going to bring the TARDIS?
They are supposed to bring the TARDIS.
Okay, they're bringing
the TARDIS. We're supposed to have some extra Daleks. So.
Gotcha. So we got at least 2 or 3 Daleks coming out.
Hopefully the Talk Like a Dalek thing also.
Oh, yeah. Nelson, I know, talks like a Dalek. I know they have, I think, 1 or 2 that they just acquired from somewhere in Georgia. They literally drove out there and acquired 2 new Daleks.
Oh,
so
wow.
hopefully they'll be a part of it. Yeah, the guy didn't want it anymore. It's just like, really? Or just to have a Groupon.
There's a Dalek adoption ring going
exactly. Around. It's just like I could go for Groupon. Speaking of which, I'm going to let you know because you never know what's going to happen at Ancient City Con. Yeah, that took place at one of our panels, and essentially R2 was going past the door, and all of a sudden R2 came in and started dissing on the Dalek. I was like,
That is too perfect.
so
You never
things-
know what's going to happen. You never know what's
exactly
gonna
things that you never know that's going to happen. I know I said balls. Shut up. Oh yeah, Terry Farrell, Billy. You're right. She was in Becker.
Mhm.
Also, there's also like a couple episodes of that show out there. And Raj is saying, "Hi Ramona, long time no chatting. Excited to see Sophie Aldred." Yep, ladies and gentlemen, Sophie Aldred will be on next week's episode. And again, if you are catching us on X or Twitch or YouTube, you definitely want to make sure to stay here for right now, because again, if you weren't here at the intro, Facebook and StreamYard are having their issues, and so I apologize. We did post over on those Facebook pages that if you want to see upcoming live episodes, you definitely want to stick here with the YouTube channel. We always want you to come to the
So I'm
YouTube
checking
channel.
right now too to make sure if it's going to click on or not too, because people are responding.
Okay, I haven't seen anything as far as any movement is concerned. They might change it, but definitely if you want to talk to Sophie, you want to be here to talk to Sophie live. And you know what? Let me go ahead and play that video that they sent us. Hang on a second. Well, Sophie, you're going to be on next week.
Coming soon on Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, an interview with him, Sean,
and her, Sophie, all good.
There we go, and we're going to be talking about this. So don't miss it.
Yep, Sophie Aldred will be on talking about her new book, Ace Jacket, The Inside Story. And she'll be on live chat and definitely want to be here on the YouTube channel when it happens, just in case Facebook is still being a little bit picky out there. So
Well, I have it also on LinkedIn. So if anybody's on LinkedIn, you get to watch it live there too.
Got it.
I figured why not, you know?
And remember, folks, if you are in the St. Augustine area, if you're in the Jacksonville area, the Daytona area, or you just happen to be in, you know, I know you have people that come out of state to come over here.
We have people that come from all over. We have a whole
Exactly.
hotel full of people that are going to be staying with us the whole weekend. So we're excited about it.
You have 3 days to get your together. If
Yeah.
you're watching
almost,
this live.
I'm almost there. Almost there.
Well, Max,
Almost
you
there.
also have other events going on too, because I was looking at the page and you have voiceover actors, you have cosplayers, you have photography events and everything. It's not only just, I even see the gaming.
Yeah,
So-
we have pro photo ops. If you want to get your photo with any of the guests, there's a pro photo op, Protocol Studios that's handling that, and they have a whole list on their website of who's available. We have a ton of really amazing cosplayers coming from all over. We've got a bunch from Georgia and from all over the state that live around us that are just super talented crafters and builders that just do some of the most amazing work out of literally nothing and with nothing. We also have a bunch of charity groups for the cosplayers that raise money for great charities all around. And we have incredible comic book guests, artists, writers, creators in the comic book industry. And they're all mostly independent artists. So it's, really important to support them. We have a film segment by the LOL Jack's Film Festival. It's a very popular film festival in Jacksonville. They have thankfully partnered up with us to help curate the film content for our show. We have the Nerd Cafe, which is a special section where people can go take a break and eat, but it also has free play video games and arcade games, more extra vendors. Pika Belchu will be there playing games and hanging out with people. And there'll be some intermittent stage shows and stuff like that as well. So just lots of entertainment all around in every corner of the whole building.
Now, when's the cosplay contest so people can get prepared out there?
Cosplay contest is on Saturday on that schedule that I mentioned earlier that we have just recently posted. If they go to the live schedule page, everything is up there, and that page will update live anytime something something has to change or we have to switch something around. It will update live there, and so you see the top part is the actual, as you're showing there, is the actual schedule. And then you scroll down to the spreadsheet part of it, and that's the actual live schedule below that. So
gotcha. So if anybody who's squinting their eyes right now, everything
that's the basic schedule. And if you scroll down, you'll see.
Wait a minute. A Sunday that ends at 9 p.m.?
No,
I'm
I
seeing
think
that right.
Loadout.
no, that's
Oh, the
breakdown.
breakdown.
6
Okay.
to 9. We got 3 hours to get our.
Yeah, that schedule includes everybody's times, not
Oh,
just the
That's
default.
not bad.
Yeah.
Let me do this. I'm going to put this into the chat so anybody can check out the schedules. There you go.
And just below all of that, right there is the actual live schedule. Below that you scroll down, that has the actual times for everything, every individual room and every individual panel.
So Friday, everything begins at noon. VIP will be coming between noon and 1, and everybody else will be opening up between 1 and 7. You said VIP is sold out, right? Or it's getting close?
Yeah, VIPs are sold out. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
How much were your VIPs this year for fans?
Well, we only do because of the volume that we get. We only do VIPs with the hotel package. So, we basically have it in the hotel package. You get 2 hotel nights at the hotel plus the 4 VIP badges. So all of our VIPs stay on site with us.
That's not a bad deal.
Yeah, it's a really good option, and it sells out pretty quickly. So we have a whole bunch of them, and so having reserved seats for some VIPs, early entries, stuff like that, we cap it to that. We used to sell separate VIPs for just attendees, but it just got too chaotic and too many people trying. If you have too many people with too many VIPs, it's not VIP anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it gets very expensive, like a certain one I'll be attending.
Right? Yeah. Yes.
You need a mortgage to get that one.
Yeah.
So we got the Pirates of the Caribbean, the Immortal Sword fan film. Okay.
Wow.
Filmed in St. Augustine and with some of the pirates from the actual movies.
Is there a if you I know everything you should pick out everything, but is there like a particular panel that you are like you need to go here? This is priority 1. I know the Doctor Who panel at 3:00. So yeah, and as we were mentioning earlier, if you're interested in the Daleks themselves, the builders will still be out there. You can take as much time with them, but we're actually going to have a special panel with the Dalek builders, and we're just going to basically geek out Doctor Who that whole time. Again, that will be taking place at 3:00 in Legends 2 panel room. And you can spend time with the builders. They'll go over some of it. If you have any questions about the builders, I think it was caring and feeding for Daleks. If you want to have interest in that, is there an event? I know like the after time, but is there like an event that you can't miss? This when you come, you got to go.
I mean, to me, I think they're all non-misses. You should check out everything you can, but obviously you can't be everywhere at once. I definitely am pretty happy. We've got Nivek Ogre from Skinny Puppy coming. He is a legend in the music scene. The Skinny Puppy was the forefathers of the industrial movement. There wasn't industrial music when Skinny Puppy started. They helped form the genre and define it. And having him as a guest, he's been an actor, performer, and of course, the singer of Skinny Puppy for so long. And it's an honor to have someone like him be able to come to the show. And also, there's brand new people like Lear Leary, who is Davey from Fallout, it's going to be one of his first conventions. So he'll be having one of his first panels with the Concaller Cosplay has created the Fallout experience. It is a massive, expansive kind of Fallout photo op that'll be at the show, and so you can get photos with Lear in the photo op area with the Fallout crew. So I think Fallout fans will have a really good time and get to see some new stuff that they haven't seen yet.
Gotcha. And now this, I think I've never seen this before, and I just experienced it last year. Yeah. And I wish I knew more about this, but I just want to bring everybody up to speed as to this is you get to choose your own channel, panels, podcasts, and more. Tell us a little bit about that and how that works. I
love this. I love doing this because this is I experiment with stuff with shows all the time to try to bring new and different experiences in different ways. And I've been in the club scene for a long time, and for so long they've been doing silent discos where you could go out to a venue and there's could be 4 different DJs playing, and each DJ is playing a different kind of music, and you put on the headphones and you can tap whatever channel you want, and you can have your own personal experience in the club that you could share with other people. If you see people on the same color channel, you know you're listening to the same music.
Right.
And this was something I wanted. We actually applied to I created a show called Enchantment Con, and that show, before Epic Universe announced what they were doing with Epic Universe, I said I wanted to create a show that was like a theme park with a centralized vendor area, and then having realms off of that where it would be specific themed realms that would be to one theme each, and then I created scores and soundtracks, or I curated scores and soundtracks to those realms, which we played on the Silent Disc headphones. So attendees could get the headphones, walk into the environment, and immerse themselves in it a little more than just being there. Sight and sound. And so we kind of thought, well, how can we transfer this how can we use this in Ancient City Con? And it came up with the panels. We can just I'd love to have all the panels on the channels so that vendors who can't make it into the panel rooms but want to hear that panel live can get it anywhere they're at.
Saying this as to connect people with like minds.
Yep. Well, and also what I noticed is last year we saw a lot of people wearing the headphones in the panel room, and it was so they could get an absolutely clear view, hearing it without having to have all the peripheral people talking around them or anything else.
What about for like hard of hearing and stuff?
Right, exactly. It had a fringe benefit that I didn't even really think about, but is so beneficial to anybody that has it. So so you basically you'll never have to miss any panel if you have a set of these that you can rent at the show, and they'll have a booth. The Silent Sound guys.
Is it expensive to rent them or no?
What's that?
How much is it to rent them? Is it going to be expensive, or they give you
the exact rental for it? I know that there's like a deposit because
okay.
if you don't turn them back in, but I don't think
because I want to give fans the idea, like, okay, bring money not only for buying stuff, but if you want to listen, you need to a lot of stuff you got to put a deposit on.
Yeah, they'll have all of their info posted at the booth as to what it is for the rentals. It's included with the VIP packages, so all the VIPs will have them automatically. Yeah, VIPs get we also have our own comic book that we do. We have a writer and artist team that have created that I created the characters for our show, and then they took it and ran with it and created a story, and have been doing a new issue every year for the comic book. So we're on our 4th issue with them in our comic book series. So, and then that comic book is available at the Pirate Museum in downtown St. Augustine and a few select comic locations around town.
And this is. And I just got to be selfish about this because on the podcast lounge, you might be able to hear a familiar podcast. Max is going
basically we're going to tie your booth into the headphones, so you're live the whole show if you want. So you can play music, you can talk about it, you can tell people what's going on around your booth, have people come over, buy some hot sauce.
That actually might work. Because I was trying to figure out something for them so they could go live and everything, but I know some cons don't like when people go live and stuff. But this might work to get people to come to the table.
Yep, exactly. Because they could be in the other side of the con and they flip the switch to green, and all of a sudden they're listening to you, or whatever, or orange, whatever it is, and they'll be listening to you. So
that would be awesome.
So we'll have there's 3 stages plus you guys. The main panels, the fan panels, and then the Nerd Cafe will be live, and then you guys will be. You guys will be on the Orange Channel, actually, I think. So.
Oh, okay. Cool. I just love it.
It's a whole different kind of experience. I wanted to bring something more, more to the table than what a lot of shows do, and bring a better experience for the attendee. That could amplify their good time at the show and be able to hear things clearly.
I actually see the benefit of this with autism as well as dyslexia, because sometimes I lose focus on things and can't. Like the verbal, I have to see because no written. Yeah. This works out and everything.
Yeah, it's absolutely a really cool thing to experience. So you should go check it out here, and then also check it out at Enchantment Con we have coming up in December in Jacksonville, because we'll have the headphones there with all the music, the kind of immersive realm experience.
And I do like the idea because the audio in conventions, that can be mind-numbing sometimes. It can really
yes.
Well, I mean, if you go
to humans,
it can be, and then you can put these headsets on and just just shut out the world.
How did you discover this? Like, was it somebody, just the vendors, or just that you found it?
No, it was that I was doing having done. I've seen the local. I mean, I was out at the clubs and I saw the local venues were doing these silent disco things.
I mean, it's the same as the ones in the clubs, because I know those are.
They are the ones from the clubs. They are it's the same company that does us, that do the
nice. You got
big events around
standard quality
downtown.
ones then.
They do the silent disco thing at the Fountain downtown, I think, and a bunch of other places. Same company. So, but I applied what they did differently to Enchantment Con. I said, instead of doing DJs, I'm going to put pre-recorded like scores to these realms, and then you just let it play, you run it, loop it, and then people can walk around the areas and experience it with a different kind of environment. So we just took something that was already in use in one kind of culture, in the club culture, and brought it over to the con culture and applied it to what it worked best for that. And it's created something people just
Why
really
can't
love.
more cons do this? I would enjoy it better.
Well, you have to want to bring more stuff for your attendees and be a creative mind. I mean, I've my whole life is art. I started a magazine because I wanted a place to put my photography. I do graphic design for the magazine, which led into, doing flyers for events, which led me into doing events. And then, it just all sort of snowballed from one artistic project to the next, making one work with the other, until it all comes together. And then now I can do shows that support the arts and support artists. I can give people platforms, stages, tables to meet and greet and talk and really express themselves in a more public manner. So, and this is just taking tools of the trade and reapplying it to where it works best for the audience. And, I don't know if other showrunners just want to do a show or they want to create an experience. I think there's a difference.
This is better. This is because
Sure.
I'm going to be honest. The last con was boring. It was boring. It wasn't their usual stuff. And to have this, if I'm walking around, I know it might distract some, but also if I'm eating at the things, or I can listen to things that I'm missing out on while I'm doing other things.
Absolutely. Well, and I try not to. I go to cons constantly, and I love going to events. I think cons are amazing, but so many of them, and this is the fault of availability, versus creativity. Is a lot of them are in big warehouse convention type spaces with a lot of fluorescent lighting, and it's all very kind of washed out, and it's a kind of a very sterile experience. And I like to do things in different types of venues, different types of spaces, lower lit, definitely not blasting with fluorescence, to give people a more comfortable environment to be in, and something different than that. And I think that's what separates our shows out from a lot of the others. We find unique, unexpected venues to put things in.
No power. This is cool.
Yeah,
that is awesome. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was $10. I didn't think it was costly at all. And
yeah, it should be about that, something about that. But
So
then
the clubs are robbing people. $30 at the clubs. That's why.
Yeah, and I loved it because I could put the headset on and just if we've got too noisy in there, I could just put them on, just listen to something. Not my podcast, because I don't like the sound of my voice after a while. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So Timescale said the Podcasters Lounge sounds like great fun. It would be cool to meet the people from TLTT. So if you want to hear an episode of the Traveling TARDIS while you're just walking around Ancient City Con because you really don't have enough.
So Christian gives you an old episode or one of our recent episodes, or even you could put it through there and they can listen to that, like a couple of them. That's not bad.
I may swing by to make announcements at the last minute too on some of it, if see who's on the channels. It'll be it's just an information place for people to go to switch over to kind of check out what's going on. So, because you can easily flip back and forth between channels with the push of a button on the headphones.
Now we got the guest list up here, and just Max, shout out anybody who you want to talk about out here. So we already talked about Doug. We talked about Terry. Here's what
I mentioned Ogre. I mentioned Lear with Fallout. That's definitely going to be something coming up cool. So Tobias and Larry will be there with Doug celebrating their Hocus Pocusness.
Yep.
Have you gone to this year's Halloween Horror Nights? Do you plan on going?
We talked about going maybe on. I'm producing the parties for the after parties for Spooky Empire, and I thought we might go that Sunday because they're on Halloween weekend, and Sunday the 2nd I think is the last day for Halloween Horror Nights. So we're talking about maybe getting one last gasp before we go.
The only reason why I mentioned that is because we just went recently, and we're actually going to do, I don't know if you want to join us on this. We're going to do an episode in 2 weeks with other podcasters talking specifically about Halloween Horror Nights, because for the last 12 plus years, even though it's not affiliated with the actual Halloween Horror Nights, the Traveling TARDIS has been a big part. Halloween Horror Nights, I should say, has been a big part of the Traveling TARDIS, and it's pictures and all that. And people love it. People love it. And as soon as we get into more of October, when we start putting out the videos and the pictures and stuff, everybody is just like, it's Halloween to us. Yeah, it's Christmas and Halloween style for us. So
we used to go regularly, but we'd go Thursday and to Halloween Horror Nights, and then we'd go to Spooky Empire for the Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'd go that weekend. But then the weekend for that started jumping around a little bit, and we lost track of doing it. Just haven't gone as regularly since.
I love the way they expanded out the scare zones, because they used to be all tightly knit in one area. Now they the one with the cats and the evil witch.
I saw that. That looks interesting.
Oh, that's fun.
Did they add a new feature where it's a necklace people wear so they don't get scared?
There is. I saw that. There is something about that. I don't know if that's new, but it's like a don't scare warning, and the scare actors will just walk right by you.
I need that. I don't do well.
It was one of those YouTube reviewers, and they were like going to see if it was worth it or not, so they bought it and tried it out. And he went with a group of people, and like people he was with, the scare actors would run up to, but then they wouldn't come near him or even look at him. So, so it works, I guess. Yeah.
That's where I have gadgets go faulty in like the first 5 minutes. Just goes out.
You'll blink for them to scare extra. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It blinks red.
Right. It's to really terrify the hell out of this guy.
Red is no, green is go, and it'll be blinking the whole time.
He has no safe word.
Oh, if I saw ET running around, that would scare me to death. I'll be like, bye.
So got the celebrities up over here. If there's any guests that you want to point out or just let people know about. The reason why I was talking about Halloween Horror Nights and all that is Fallout, because I'm not a fan. I've never played the game or anything like that. And I was trying to educate myself before I went. And I've just got to warn you, I only saw the first 2 episodes, and I got to warn you, if you don't see the first 2 episodes, it does not make sense. You're all of a sudden you're walking around like this underground tunnel system, and the next thing you know, you're in a cowboy outfit, and next thing you know, you're watching Metroids. I'm just like, what the hell? I did not understand that, but after watching the first 2 episodes, like, oh, I get it now. I get what's going on. I get the appeal. So Lear Leary is going to be out there, and we got Skinny Puppy. And like I said, shout out once I get the scrolling.
Janisha is coming back. Janisha's what was our guest at the first year that we did. We brought back Ancient City Con. And she was awesome. She's a stunt woman, and she has been in Black Panther, and she was a former wrestling star. She's done voice acting. She's kind of a
jack of all trades.
Prolific, jack of all trades, prolific actor. Does everything from definitely a crazy stunt woman. Just awesome. So, and then Kevin, of course, was in Dodgeball and was in the Batman fan films that have had millions of views on YouTube. It's amazing. He's so many people I know that met just think he's the best Batman ever, and I can't necessarily disagree. So, but he lives in Jacksonville, and he actually has a sub shop, a sandwich shop.
All Batman's named Kevin Good.
He's got a sub shop. We're taking a
sub shop here in Jacksonville, the Hollywood Subs, and it is absolutely delicious. That's not just because he's a friend of mine and one of our regular guest stars, but it is. I will go across town for a tuna sandwich from him because it is the freshest you'll ever get.
Oh well, we were taking a road trip after the damn commercial.
If he can make a good chicken salad sandwich, I'm good.
Yeah,
everything's made fresh at his place, and the bread is brought in and is absolutely delicious. Vanessa's a local. She lives in St. Augustine. She was, of course, in Pirates of the Caribbean. She was in Star Trek Voyager, and She was probably
Orbit's
most well known
girl.
as the Orbit Gum Girl. So fabulous.
God.
And then Rick is the longtime vendor, and he does the awesome like Jason Voorhees hockey masks that he paints all in different styles, and he is also been in the film Terrifier 2, and he's in with those guys in those movies. So, and he's a St. Augustine local as well. So we got a bunch of people that are a lot of awesome talent around us coming in to show off for the weekend.
Have you been in a horror movie? Do you write comics? Do you live in
Right. You tick the boxes, we'll get you in, man.
Yeah, there we go.
I'd be there with the camera doing a documentary. And I got to shout out Rico because
we
he's
just have a ton of voice actors, including Rico, who we've had Rico at Bold City Con before, and he did very well. We're looking forward to having him back. All these other guys are new for us to have as well, but they're joining him because a number of them are on the Blue Lock show together.
Yep.
And then we have
My Hero Academia, everything like they're promote, especially Blue Lock now that the Japanese are winning in football and everything. Yeah, it's too much like the books, the manga, and everything.
And Major Attaway was the genie in Aladdin on Broadway, so that's pretty.
Oh,
impressive.
okay.
That's a cool live action.
He knows James, and I'm like, because he replaced James.
I thought there was a new.
So we have a lot of great voice actors. We have a couple of cult classic actors from times past, but just would absolutely love to meet. I grew up watching old VHS copies of Liquid Sky, so I'm excited for Ann Carlisle.
And we got more folks in here. Barry Yendel and cult classics. Talk about that.
Yeah. I used to, like I said, I wore out my VHS copy of Liquid Sky. It was a crazy underground movie where Anne played both the male and female leads, and it was one of those cool punk kind of alternative underground mind trip movies from the 80s
that you can't get anymore.
Yeah, I don't even know if you could. I don't even know where you could get it now, but it's but man, I probably still have a copy of it somewhere on VHS. But it's awesome. And John DeSanti's been in a bunch of stuff, from Batteries Not Included to a bunch of The Relic, a bunch of other kind of horror B movies and such. So. Even a cameo on Freddy's Nightmares.
Our next, and we got the cosplay team. There we go.
Yeah, we got tons and tons of cosplayers, all amazing creatives from Atlanta, Orlando, all over the place coming in.
We want to come all 3 days, but the cosplay contest is on Saturday, so make sure you keep an eye. Of course.
And do you do tickets for the cosplay contest like most cons, or it's open once everybody gets in there? Then
it's open first come first serve seating. We open up the air wall so it's 2 ballrooms worth of seating for the cosplay contest. It gets pretty crowded, but yeah, there's a sign up on the website under the contests for the cosplay sign up, or you could sign up at the show. There'll be contest prejudging. There's a couple other cosplay related kind of panels on Friday. There's a like a cosplay, like what to expect, what cosplayers can expect from cosplay judges, kind of thing. Kind of prepare them.
I'm trying to see Friday. If I know anybody of the cosplayers because I've been finding Saturday, a lot of cool ones.
Oh, Saturday there's a wrap up, kind of like a showcase of the winners and such.
I had to read that 5 times over. It's Blight Fang. I'm just like my head. No. My head said something else, and I can't say that on YouTube. I was like, wait. That's why
you have to be careful with some cosplayers. Their names will.
Sure.
Gravity Gremlin. I saw this guy. I don't know. William Mayhem. I don't know why.
It's Captain Mayhem. He's basically like the face of the Pirate Museum downtown St. Augustine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he'll run the pirate group out there, and he does like a acting seminar during the show.
The Mimic Adventure. Oh God, I guys, if you want to enjoy the video,
they're gonna be there.
Well, Dalek Hal, I think the guy had to press this for a quest or something like that.
Yeah.
And it just happened to be right time, right moment. I was filming Dalek Hal moving around the convention, and he ran into the guy, and he goes, "Sir, if you want to start a quest," he's holding up his, and it's sure Dalek Hal just moves up with his eye stalk and hits the button. It's like, okay,
perfect.
Exactly. So this happened. So press if you want to start an adventure. I'm like, okay. Oh, the 501st. God,
Okay.
they're in everywhere.
You find them everywhere.
Is there a convention they won't go to?
They've been at Anime NYC, New York Comic Con, Bronx Comic Con. I know
They're everywhere.
The Sailor Scouts of Jacksonville. Customers with a Cause. Is this just a local group, or are they all over?
They are a charity group. I think they have more branches elsewhere, but this is the Jacksonville base.
I think they're up here in New York too. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, I'm not sure how spread out their organization is.
I've heard of them. They're really good.
Oh, who are the Dalek builders? I can't.
I know, right? It's like
who are those guys? The Rebel Legion, the Mando Mercs. We got like tons of representation when it comes to the geekdom. I'm enjoying every moment.
And what's this crazy thing called the Traveling TARDIS?
I don't know. Some moron with a podcast. Anyway, what is the now? I got to see.
We have charity spaces.
The Fallout experience and charity cases apparently. What is the Fallout experience? Now I'm very interested.
That's the Con Crawler cosplay guys that they have done the Fallout experience. They've taken it to some places, some shows in Orlando, and I think Tampa Bay Comic Con. They did it, and it's just a big sprawling like Fallout experience, like photo ops for different parts of Fallout. They have the big mech suit that he suits up in. You get photos with it, so it's sort of a whole immerse yourself in that world of Fallout kind of thing for photo ops and fun times.
It's awesome. Oh my god, it just keeps going and going. It just got love. Oh, Noise Complaint's coming back.
Oh yeah,
Noise Complaint.
Yeah,
and we've had him on the show. Noise Complaint. It's
Jenny is our is one of our stage managers, so she'll be handling a bunch of the stuff going on the stage shows. So you'll probably see her all throughout the show, going back and forth.
Wait a minute. I got it. Where is it? Come on. There. Boom.
There you go.
There we go.
Yep.
She actually for our holiday Christmas edition, she did and it was the weirdest thing, but it worked out. I was just like, how are we going to do a tap dancing show online stream? Just as a team. It worked. I was just like, we're going to test this out. And yeah, people came in, they watched it, and they enjoyed it. But that's when YouTube hit me with copyright claims.
So this year we're doing something a little different with the cosplay contest. Also, we're partnering with our friends at Shrunk, who do they'll 3D scan you in their truck, and then they can print out little figures of you in your cosplay.
I like that.
So the winner, basically, we have the regular trophies that have our that have our characters on them for first and second place for the trophy. The first place cosplay trophy will not come with that topper. They will get a free scan and statue from Shrunk, so they can win. They're winning cosplay. They can walk out to the booth and get it scanned, and then they will have the figure to put on their trophy. So their trophy will actually feature their winning cosplay in 3 dimensions.
Oh, damn. That is cool.
Yeah. So it's a fun little extra gift for the winner, that they can show off their actual cosplay on their trophies.
And they're only located in Florida, or they travel around?
I think Shrunk is all over. It's a franchise, and we work with the Jacksonville franchise.
Because these are things I'm like, why are these not at conventions here?
I'm actually working with them on a new project called Dead Ringers. It's like a little toy company, but I'm doing statues of rock stars that I like, Rogue from Crew Shadows and Johanna from Crew Shadows as well, violin player, to do kind of rock and roll underground, goth industrial celebrities, scanned and then shrunk.
I wonder if they can shrink the TARDIS, make it even smaller, get a little,
They could scan the full size thing. They have little shrunk versions of their truck, their trailer too, that I've seen that they scan their trailer.
The whole traveling TARDIS team, but they're bobbleheads.
Oh, we gotta do that for the 100th, right, guys? We gotta be at 100.
God, no! I can't.
For the 100, we get it done.
That's funny.
You get your favorite podcaster with.
And we sell them.
I'm gonna go broke on this show.
So that's a cool little extra thing too that we started. We just kind of came up with. We came up with it last year, and we're gonna have we had the
That's
last year's
something I
winner
would
we
do.
scanned and got a print of, so we'll have a sample of the trophy with the cosplay statue on it at their shrunk booth, so you can go check it out.
I want my own Max Michael doll. I will love him and hug him and squeeze him. And well, Timescale says this event organizer is on his game with attention to detail. Well, and he adds on, I thought it was a lounge at the con. Yes, it is. It's an actual lounge at the. I think he's talking
that's
about
what I meant to ask.
the headset thing.
Do you have like a lounge at the con for VIP?
Well, that's the Nerd Cafe. The Nerd Cafe is kind of the like. There's food right outside, and then you can go in. There's table seating, and you can sit and play video games and and just chill out and hang out. And a good place to sit and listen to the headphones if you want to. So.
Did I say something wrong, Big Funny Giants? Did I say something bad?
Traveling what?
Yeah, I must have said something earlier. One of us said something earlier about the Traveling TARDIS, and it just didn't come out there.
Next up, I'm excited about some of our comic book guests. We have Tom Ropp from Pop Culture Playground is going to have comic books at his. He has a comic book booth, and at his booth, he's going to have a different artist or different artists every day of the show. So Friday will be one, Saturday will be a couple guys, Sunday will be a couple other guys. So you get a lot of variety going by his booth throughout the weekend.
Oh, you got Terrence Baker. Yep, local man. I haven't talked to him in forever. He needs to get back on the comic books. I mean, he needs to get back on the comic scene. We got Vigis.
Yeah, the VGs are from Gainesville, and they are the ones who write and produce our Ancient City Adventures comic book. So then Brenton Langle is from up in the New York area. He does the Snow White zombie apocalypse, and he's gotten a lot of popularity off of his stuff now. And he's co-writing a story with Rogue from Crew Shadows as well at the moment.
We got James Green, Jeff Whiting, Isaac Fox, Cam Lopez.
They're all James, Cam, and Isaac are all local to Jacksonville. I'm not sure where Jeff is from, but
we just found him.
He's from the area. They're all locals.
We picked him up off the street one day.
Yeah,
There's Athena.
There's Athena. Yeah, Samantha Castillo.
And Samantha's a regular thing.
You got
artists and authors from there, comic artists, Suki, and then Cliff and Jackie and BB and Tiffany are all authors from the area or around the area.
And what is this one? The Mock Cobb Village. That one. Oh, Jackie Sonnenberg.
Yep,
yeah, I
Jackie
remember.
Sonnenberg. She frequents a lot of the cons in the Orlando area. She's based down there.
Before COVID, Jackie used to sponsor our show and the if anybody remembers, the Hanging with Web show. So it's nice to see her back. I've seen her occasionally.
Yeah, I saw her lugging around a crazy bloody lamb at one show. And I was like, you got to come to my event.
Wait. And what?
You are gonna have.
It was with she did the Mary Had a Little Lamb type of writing her book. She had the big lamb with the bloody face, and she had no mouth, and she was lugging it around. She was dragging it around shows, and I mean it was a big looked like a big stuffed prop or something, but
I was hoping it was a prop because I'm
not a real one. Yeah, no, not a real. But it was
meaning that she make it look like
this thing around. It was like a full size prop, but she would pull it on a rope. I guess it was on wheels or something, and she would pull it behind her around the cons. But and she had the makeup on where she had no mouth, and it was very very crazy. And I was like, oh, you're awesome. You gotta come check out my event.
And then we're going into the after hours and.
Oh yes, into the dark
out there.
Yep. Friday night is going to be the kind of nerdy dance night. Friday is National Video Game Day, so everything video game on Friday, and then we'll have the great after party after that with there'll be stuff for all ages, little dance parties, and also burlesque shows for the 18 and up crowd. And then Saturday night is goth night with Voltaire, and then a series of DJs that'll be joining him afterwards.
Gotcha.
Doesn't he have an album out already, Voltaire?
He has a number of albums out, and he just came out with one.
Summerween Surf.
Yeah, he just came out with that one. He premiered it at Dragon Con just last weekend.
And then he said something about at Five Below, you can get his Gothic Life book.
Oh, I saw him just post that today. I didn't
Yeah.
so yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to pick one up because I'm like Five Below actually having good Halloween stuff and like that. I'm like, let me go check this out.
Leave it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So, without further ado, we are going to go ahead and start to do wrapping up. But Max, talk to our audience. Tell us a little bit, anything that I might have missed during the show that you want to let our audience know about this weekend.
Well, I would just check out the website, ancientcitycon.com. It's got pretty much all of the information we could offer for the show. It's got definitely check out the schedule, see what we have coming up for panels and events. There are lip sync contests, cosplay contests, sing-alongs, dance parties, all kinds of stuff going on throughout the whole weekend. There is, if you're interested in traveling in and staying, there are hotel rooms that you can still get at our discount for at least another day or so before the show starts, and stay on site. The hotel is attached to the convention center, so it's all indoors, and it's just a walk from your room pretty much right to the con. And we'll be going all 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And if you're just joining us or you're looking to see what you can do this weekend, you happen to be in the St. Augustine area, get your tickets now at ancientcitycon.com, September 12th and the 14th. As Max said, get your tickets, and there's more information. You saw the guests and celebrities. If not, you can always just rewind and watch this again because we went through it all. We're not going to do it again. And
maybe StreamYard will fix everything.
And hopefully StreamYard fixes everything. And don't forget, next week, we have the lovely Sophie Aldred. We are going to have a special time for her. She's coming in at 4 on the 16th of September, and she'll be talking about her new book. I believe it's already been released. So again, check us out. If you want to talk to Sophie live, make sure if you're watching this on the Facebook page that you go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Because for whatever reason, Facebook and StreamYard are not working together. So if you want to talk with her live, you definitely want to subscribe and make sure you're online on Tuesday at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with Sophie, talking about her new book, Ace Jacket, The Inside Story. So with that, again, please make sure you come out this weekend, ancientcitycon.com. And please see Max out there and tell him that the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS sent you. And I think I'm done talking because my throat is just completely. I just get off work and then come over here. Don't forget also if to keep an eye out on what we're doing all the rest of this year. Maker Faire Orlando, November 8th and the 9th at the Central Florida Fairgrounds in Orlando, Florida. MakerFaireOrlando.com. We're going to be out there again with the Dalek builders. And definitely, this is the location you want to take your kids if you want to see how Daleks are made, how robots function. This is the place for kids to get inspired on how I think technology works as far as upcoming stuff, race cars, Daleks, robots, everything, you name it. This is the place to go to. Tickets are on sale now, MakerFaireOrlando.com. Again, November 8th through the 9th at the Central Florida Fairgrounds. And I believe that's it. Well, just one more thing. Let's give it a plug. Of course, the Kitchen Killers barbecue sauce will be on sale over at Ancient City Con at our booth. $14 a bottle. We also take cash, and we'll take credit cards and PayPal if you want to pay that way. Help us sponsor the show, and as Max said, to help us produce more episodes, as helping local artists and podcasters out there. So without further ado, Max, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to go ahead and end the show, even though Gadget keeps popping out.
Not my fault.
Thank you again. I appreciate it. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in just a couple days for the show, and we'll have a great weekend together.
I appreciate that. And everybody, before you leave, don't forget if you want to get your own bottle, and I know Billy's still working on that, so I saw everybody's chat in the chat, so they were talking about, hey, when am I getting my bottle? Just keep up on him, and it is kitchenkillers@gmail.com. Use promo code TARDIS for 10% off. Also, don't forget to watch Spill the Geek Tea at youtube.com, Spill the Geek T1 with Mark, Dave, and Nick. And also check out the Happiness Patrol. Dave will be doing a new show called Horses on Film. I'm still trying to figure out what that is. I'm not exactly sure if that's actual horses on film or whatnot, but that's what the show is called. And he's working on a new project, so check that out. The Happiness Patrol. What things that make you happy. This is the place to talk about it, and they are talking about Star Wars now. Join Dave, Melanie, Jessica, and friends on youtube.com/Happiness Patrol Show. And without further ado, folks, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Don't forget to say goodnight to Simon on the way out, as we always do. And until the next adventure, folks, go ahead and please stay safe. Thank you all for coming. And for those of you who are coming this weekend, we'll see you this coming weekend at Ancient City Con. Tony, take us out.